If you only had a split second to react to an incoming strike, would you trust your instincts and your reflexes and reaction time? Guys, here's why boxing may be the key to not only defending yourself in the ring, but in the street and for self-defense as well. Stay with me. Let's glove up. All right, guys, so there are multiple different types of martial arts. We know that. There's all the different styles are going to claim that they are the best. And each one does, without a doubt, have certain things that are within those styles that are superior to others. Your jiu-jitsu game on the ground is going to, of course, be far superior than Muay Thai, which doesn't do any groundwork. Your elbows and knees of Muay Thai are proven and tested. They're great for infighting. Taekwondo may have a kick or two that's really good that we could borrow and put in. There's different things from different styles that are effective. Here's why I think boxing is the best choice. Stay with me before you make a comment. I want to hear your thoughts after you understand why. Boxing is going to develop something other than just kicking and punching. Your combat sports like boxing are going to develop what are called attributes. Attributes are things like speed, timing, power, reflexes, stamina, etc. Now, I get it that kickboxing and Muay Thai are also going to develop those. I'm going to simplify why I'm choosing boxing as number one first, and then I'll add some other things on. If you have the ability to read a cue of a punch coming in or a threat, because you're used to being in front of somebody, you're used to seeing punches come at you, you're used to reacting to them, rolling under them, you're used to throwing solid, real punches, either at a bag, the mitts, a partner, you have a distinct advantage already. You can throw a punch, you're accurate, it's solid, you've learned good fundamentals, you are quick, you've got a chance. But it's the training that taught you the speed, the stamina, the accuracy, the power that are really gonna save you. The reason why I choose boxing first is the limited number of movements to choose from, because under pressure, under stress, you don't have time to go through your library of techniques to figure out which one you're gonna use. You're gonna pull something out instantly, that split second we were talking about at the beginning of the video, and whatever you pull out at that exact moment is gonna decide whether you survive or you do not. And under stress, it's very difficult to apply a lot of the stuff that you see in martial arts. With boxing, we have 4 primary punches. I get it, there are others if you're more advanced, like a 45 and different types of body attacks, but you have 4 primary punches to choose from. The jab is a setup, a straight right hand is generally the finisher. That's known as the old 1-2. The old 1-2 is the jab, cross, in most boxing gyms labeled the jab is a 1, the cross is a 2. Okay, the 1-2 would probably be your most commonly thrown punches. Then, of course, you have your hook, a circular style punch. That's 3. And then, of course, an uppercut, which I would argue probably isn't used as much in a street fight, because once you've gotten that close, it's going to the ground unless you're throwing knees and elbows. So really, it's 3 primary punches that you're going to have a chance to use. Then you've got basic footwork. No fancy stances, nothing complicated. When I move to the back, my back foot moves first. When I move to the side, that foot moves first. The steps are short, they're compact, they're efficient, they're not complicated, they're easy to create space, it's easy to gain ground if I'm trying to land a good punch. Then my defenses. You learn to check punches up close. There's no complicated blocking going on. You can check them, you can shield them off, you can roll under them, or you can move your head, make it a moving target. Guys, that's the essence of boxing in a nutshell. So these things that happen very quickly, you don't have so much to go through to try to decide what your gut reaction is going to be. Now, in other martial arts, for example, traditional martial arts, when they teach you to go up to block a particular movement, it's always going to be harder and slower to go against gravity, making these movements going up. It's always going to be easier to come down with a movement. In boxing, my hands are up and I'm sort of checking these movements in front of me. I'm never going to be reaching out and away from my body. Everything's going to stay compact. I don't have to worry about which blocking maneuver I've got to do. My hands are my shield. My target is in motion. I'm already harder to hit, and I would argue that's going to be a lot more effective against an empty hand than a lot of the traditional martial arts styles. Now, what about Muay Thai and kickboxing. So I trained with Joe Louis privately for 25 years. First American heavyweight kickboxing. Many call him the father of American kickboxing. He trained with the Black Joe Louis, with Sugar Ray Robinson. Cus D'Amato wanted him to fight Muhammad Ali. So Louis was a very respected boxer as well. And he actually got better as he got older. After 50, he was much cleaner and sharper than he was when he was younger. The sport was evolving, right? And with that kickboxing knowledge comes, yeah, you can kick. Got it, okay? That's the main difference in American kickboxing. I can add the kick. What about the surface I'm standing on? If I'm caught off guard, and that was the point of the video, if things go down quick, you don't have time to square up and talk to me about what techniques you're going to throw. Things are going to happen like that. And when they happen like that, all of the theories and the principles that you're taught in a classroom are going to fly out the window. And the one thing that you have built into your brain to react to, that ability to see a cue, to respond and react, is all you've got. And that's what's going to make the difference. Other martial arts are great. I've trained in many of them. I have a grappling background as well as a striking background. But guys, I got to go with boxing as being your first line of defense for that immediate, sudden attack that comes out of nowhere. Your ability to throw your hands up, to react, roll, ride, respond to a punch is better built in boxing than any other martial art on the planet because of the simplicity of the movements once you've learned them and the attributes that are developed. That's not putting down other martial arts. I have a particular view on that, and here's what it is. Anytime anybody says, that won't work, so if that's what's going through your mind, here's a rebuttal to you. So if you look at a martial arts movement and you say, that's not going to work, that's not going to be, here's what you're saying. So what you're saying is that for no person in any place throughout all of time has that move been able to work. That's nonsense. Like, you can't be everywhere with everyone in all situations. I've seen videos where an old school karate chop worked. Okay, things can work from virtually any martial art style. It's arrogant to even think that you're going to say one thing works and one thing doesn't work. Now, where the trick comes in is, what is the reward ratio to risk of throwing a particular move? A jab, for example, is a very high reward, low risk movement. It's going to generate some kind of response. It might land, it might collapse the defense. I've fortunately and unfortunately had a street fight situation where he swung first. It kind of grazed me as I responded to it. I rolled back, it grazed me off the head. I immediately shot the jab. The jab hit him in the eye, and his eye instantly closed. And the second that it closed, he was useless. He quit and walked off, and the fight was over. He couldn't fight anymore because he couldn't see. It was a response of a jab. It's high reward, it's low risk. What are you going to do to me because I threw a jab? Not a lot. You've got to deal with my jab. So you choose movements out of your arsenal that are high reward, good chance I can make something happen with this, low risk. I'm not putting myself in a bad position for trying this right now, right? So that's sort of the way to think about it. And as you look at martial arts overall, you've got to break things down into a lot of categories. What are my personal physical attributes? What am I wearing? What's the environment? What's the situation? What's my level of training versus their level of training? And the number one thing you should know is a way to de-escalate and get your butt out of there so you don't have to fight in the first place. And that's even better because martial arts should give you the confidence to not show off and to be able to walk out. Unfortunately, MMA, boxing as well, has created a generation of arrogant guys that are just not likable. They're not good people. They're very blunt and abrasive and disrespectful, and it's nothing for the sport. It degrades everything. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the regular guys who are learning to fight for self-defense, for a hobby, to create a tougher mental mindset, to prepare their body and train it, and then for those who want to compete. So guys, I hope this helps you understand why we feel like boxing is the best choice for self-defense or for street fighting Love to know your comments. If you disagree, great. Just keep it friendly. Put your comments down below. I'd love to respond to them. If you agree with this or you have some additional commentary you'd like to put in, please put it down in the comments. Look, I'm Alan Branch from Glove Up. We have an online training program where we teach striking from its very base fundamentals all the way through to the way we train our pro fighters. I'm teamed up with my man, David Dice. He's one of the world's leading experts of breaking down the fundamentals. And where I come in is putting together combinations, giving you tactical theory and the way to think and process all of the things that you're learning. So check it out. It's here. We've got a YouTube channel membership option and an app. It's gloveup.pro/app. The link is underneath the video. Love to have you in there. Hey, until next time, remember, hands up, chin down, elbows in, and remember to thank God every day that you have the strength to go one more round. See you next time.